Hi everyone, I'm Sahan, the founder and CEO of Terra Cafe, and today we're going to be covering some tips and tricks with our new Demi espresso machine. We're doing a whole series of videos here. My colleague Kate is going to be doing a separate video shortly around the care and maintenance tied to the device, so walking through things like descaling. Today I'm just going to be covering three things. One is the different states of the machine and just understanding that a little bit better. Two is going to be going through the menu so you can understand how you move through the menu of the device. And then three is some fun tips to take into consideration while brewing. So to start, we have four primary states with the machine. With this little moon here, you can see the machine is in sleep mode. So while I talk through the four various states, I'm actually going to pull the machine out of sleep mode. All you have to do there is press and hold the selector dial here on the side. You can see, just like that, the machine comes out of sleep mode. So there are four primary states. First is fully off. That's where you have this power switch here on the bottom left of the machine. You can press that and turn the machine off or on as a hard switch. Two is going to be a sleep state, which is what we just pulled the machine out of. Three is the idle state. So if the machine has just been sitting there and not being used, after a certain duration of time, it'll go into a dimmed idle mode, bring the thermal blocks down a little bit so that it's not pulling as much energy as the machine is just sitting there. And then fourth, of course, is the machine being fully on. So right now, the Demi machine is fully on, ready to brew, and I can run through the menu and select my drink. Now, what's important to take into consideration is I think a lot of people are pressing the on-off button, which you can certainly do, but if you have your clock running, that'd be the same as more or less like turning off your microwave as a hard shut-off. So to keep everything running smoothly, we recommend people, if you're using the machine on a daily basis, to simply use the sleep mode with the selector dial with the press and hold. Now that the machine is on, I'll use my left hand here so I don't block the screen, but if you want to scroll to the menu, the way that the menu is designed is that you select it, and as you go deeper into the menu, you'll see dots illuminate above the text. What that means is it's effectively reflecting how deep into the menu settings you've gone. So you can see here we have two dots, which we've gone from menu into edit drinks. Then I can select which drink I want to edit to save those settings. So if I clicked espresso, I can click on shots, or I can click on shot volume. I can click on strength. And if I'm good and I don't really want to change anything, I can just simply go back. Now I could click back, or if you'd rather, you can also, again, I'm right three menu items deep. I can just press and hold the selector dial again, and it'll send me all the way back to the home screen espresso setting. So that brought us back to the home selector screen. Now, the last thing I wanted to mention as I brew myself a shot, which is a fun little tip that I don't know if a lot of people recognize or know about, is that if you press espresso on the machine to start brewing, you can actually rotate the dial to increase or decrease the number of shots that you want for that given brew. That will not change the default setting of any given drink, but in a moment, in a pinch, if you're pressing espresso and you want to increase the number of shots, you can do that as it's actually brewing the drink. So I'm going to go ahead and click that here and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to rotate the dial. I can increase the shots, but I have a very small glass here, so I'm going to leave it at one shot. And you can up that to 2, you can up that to 3, or you can rotate it back down if, let's say, you increase a little bit too much and you just wanted to make it, let's say 2 shots instead of 3. But fun little tip and trick for anybody that has the default settings to what they customarily like, but in a moment decides that they want to go a little higher or a little less. So with that, I hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks and how to better use your Demi espresso machine. Cheers, and excited to see you on the next one. Bye.